remember changing the shock oil on one of these things. It's pretty easy to do. Pretty much any other truck should be pretty similar to this, so just put her on the table, start taking it apart, and see how it's done. Alright, so we're going to pull this bolt out here, pop this off, and get this spring off, because you got to do this without the spring on it to make sure you don't have air in there. Alright, springs off. See how it stays down when you push it down? That's how you know there's not air in it. So after we dump this out and fill it back up, if it starts pushing itself back out on its own, we got air in there. Make sure you keep track of this little bladder here. Alright, so I'm putting some 50 in the front. We're going to try that before I go any thicker. Make sure you cycle the piston up and down and try and pull that fluid around. Make sure you're actually filling her up. Make sure the bladder's in the cap, or if it's not, put the bladder back on the shock. See how it's not pushing itself back out? That's how you can tell there's no air in it. So I think we did a good job. I'm going to grab a rag and wipe all this shock oil off, and then we'll put it back together and do the other. There's a lot more resistance there already, so I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be better. It's definitely got more resistance. Definitely a little slower going down. The rebound's pretty slow. I think we can fix that with some preload. Alright, let's go take her and do some drops and see what it looks like. There we go, that's a pretty easy one. We got the 50 in the front, 60 in the rear. It's better, but I do think we're going to have to pull it apart and do some 80 in the rear. And I don't know, maybe mix up some 80 and some 60 in the front. We'll have to do some messing around with it. But that's it for today. Check back in a few days for a video pulling apart the rear diff, putting some thicker fluid in it, then take her back outside and see what it's like. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.